Peace.
Ooh, a pepper with a vampire face.
All right, so what's up, guys? So in today's episode, we're showing all of the fertilizer that we're gonna be using. This, you trying to give me a thumbs down already? We're showing all of the fertilizer that we're gonna be using this year on the property. We're gonna start with basically what we use as far as the regimen and how we do it, and then we'll move on to some other stuff that we have and that we've been gifted, and we'll show you what we do with those things as well. So the first thing is we got this bone meal, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna show you how it looks if people that haven't actually used it. That one right there, yeah. Okay. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna show you how it looks. If you can open that up for them.
Okay.
So we got old Chelated Iron, and we got Fiona. This is gonna be our plate girl.
Alright, go ahead. Show them the camera.
And so that's how, good job. So that's how the bone meal looks. It's actually ground up animal bones. How organic is that? If you like that or not, I don't know, but that's just what it is. It stinks.
Well,
don't put it in your mouth. It's real powdery, so it tends to send a little dust cloud when you're trying to put it down if you're just sprinkling it from standing up. But what it's for, the bone meal is for the root structure, right? It's going to build the strength in your roots. So when I use this bone meal, we use this kind of like before we plant. Put a little bit in the hole, then we put the soil on top of it, and then we plant on top of it. The same thing with basically the bone meal and the blood meal. So let's show them the blood meal.
Okay.
So the blood meal is the next one, right on side of it.
Oh, this?
Right there, son. Right there.
Oh.
Yeah. Pour that out. She's gonna throw that out.
Vampire.
So this is the blood meal. Actually, if the bone meal was dried up animal bones, then the blood meal is gonna be basically dark, like dried up blood. So come on, show that, Fiona.
Blood?
Yeah. So if you haven't seen it, that's what it looks like. Dried up animal blood.
Oh, I thought it was human blood.
We don't really use this. Actually, I was watching Morning Gardener when we got all of these products. He went to Home Depot, came back home, and shared it with the YouTube community that, hey, there's a great sale at Home Depot. Go out right now. This stuff was like $1.60, $1.70 a bag. Originally, right now, if you go to the store and get this stuff costs like $8, $9 a bag here. Why I didn't really focus on the blood meal is because blood meal is like it gives the more of the nitrogen to your plants, so it helps it like the leafing and all of that. More blooms for color. So we got chickens, so we just use the chicken manure, which kind of substitutes for the blood meal. So if you don't want to use that blood meal, you can just use regular manure, and you probably be okay with that as far as something natural. Now this is a Miracle-Gro company, but this is their natural line or their organic line. As you can see, everything says Nature's Care. Let's go into that organic and natural all-purpose plant food. The top is open right there on the back one, and we're gonna open that one up, and we're gonna show them that.
And then we show.
And this is just an all-purpose, basically, yeah, 2 months. I like to use the natural fertilizers because, come on, get up, girl.
Hurry, let me get you up. How did you do that?
Because I made myself there.
I ain't gonna cut it out either. I'm gonna leave it in there so you can laugh at yourself.
Alright.
Alright, so let's show them how that looks, Fiona.
Green.
Can you pick that up?
Ew, those look like rocky.
So this all-purpose fertilizer is more so like a mix of bone meal, blood meal, and probably some other kind of different little additives. I don't know what the NPK is on that one. Let me see if I can get one and tell you. Okay, if you look right here, it says the NPK is 926. So let's go to the next one. The next one is a water soluble. I think it's nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus. The next one right there. We got a box that's open, and we just want to show them what it looks like. If you can take it out the box for them.
Okay.
They don't want you opening this stuff at Home Depot, but we're gonna open it here for you. And this is basically kind of like the fish fertilizer. You just add this powder to your water, and they have like a little measuring thing and tells you how to measure it. We don't really measure much, but
that's how this gallon works.
We got a lot of it, so it goes. We can use it as liberal as we want to.
They give you a little measure.
Yeah, a little measurer.
I saw that on the ground.
We do have Epsom salt. Everybody knows Epsom salt. We do the foliar feeding with the chelated iron. They're in another world right now, so I'll show you this. This is chelated iron. I got this from watching Organic's Best Urban Gardener. I was having a problem with my fruit trees, with my citrus trees. The leaves were yellowing crazy, and no matter how much Epsom salt I was putting, it wasn't working. But then I watched this channel, and he talked about this chelated liquid iron. I actually went to the store and got that and did a foliar feed on that, and that did help a whole lot. Another thing I do a foliar feed kind of spray with is the neem oil. I've been having this a long time. This is probably about my 3rd year with this same bottle. I don't use it much, probably as much as I should, but I do spray it from time to time when I get those cabbage worms. Alright, let's show them that fish fertilizer.
Fish fertilizer!
You don't have to open that or pour that out. We just pick it up so they can see it.
Oh.
Yeah. So we've had that for about 2 years as well. It cost about $17 for a gallon. And actually I think we got that one for like $13. Works pretty good. NPK is 511. It's a real good balance of fertilizer. I like to switch. Use a little fish sometimes, a little manure sometimes, and a little regular fertilizer sometimes, as long as it's an organic product. Get down, Fiona, before you fall again. All right, so let's show them on to the sulfur. The first thing on the front of there. This sulfur is good for your blueberry plants.
Pour?
No, you don't have to pour that. It's good for your blueberry plants. Helps bring the pH down in your soil around. Also, when I was growing up, we used sulfur for snakes, so we pour that around the house back in the country where I'm from, and I guess it works because I don't know, I wasn't really walking around looking for snakes, but that's what we use the sulfur for. We actually got the snake stopper, the second thing right there. Yeah, we got that for $5. It actually cost like $12, $13 at the store. We got it on clearance, and we're gonna try that this year just to put around the house. It's a snake repellent, not a snake killer. So for the snake lovers, that one's for you. There you go. As long as they stay away and I don't see them, they're fine with me. Now let's go on to, yeah, that's Job's. That's just some turning around. That's just regular fertilizer spikes. I think those were like 50 cents a bag. I don't know what they regularly cost, but we got them at the same time that we got the rest of this stuff from Home Depot. Let's go into the rest of the stuff. So that was all the natural stuff. Now we're getting into some of the chemical stuff, the fertilizer. Pick up that first one.
Oh, this one?
Yeah. I've been had this for about 3 years. This was the first thing, you can take it out. This was the first thing my mom, you can tell that I don't use it much. That was the first thing my mom ever gave me when she found out I was gardening. And hey, for or against, I'm gonna tell you about how I feel about Miracle Grow. You can put it back down. Pick up the new one. Somebody actually gave us about 4 of these things. At first I was gonna throw them away. Then I was like, I don't want that around here. But I realized people do use Miracle Grow. So for the people that do use Miracle Grow,
that was blue.
yeah, it turns blue. That's why something's got to be a chemical, right? It's water soluble. For people that do use Miracle Grow, you can use this to barter and trade with other people that actually use the stuff, right? Some people live and die by it and they'll use it. So for those people, I would trade with to get some things that I need, maybe some manure or something like that. Any, I don't know, seeds, anything, just a good tool to swap with. Also, I use Miracle Grow, kind of like going to the emergency room. I haven't used it since I moved to this property. I just brought that with me, but I have used that Fertilon. Pick that up. Yeah, I used this after the snow hit us hard and all of my trees were dying. So I got on YouTube. This one NPK is 19, 10, and 5. I got on YouTube and I was desperate, and everybody was saying, man, you got to get the fertilizer, get 13, 13, 13, get 10, 10, 10, put it around them, they'll come back. So I tried it. It's kind of like I said, if you ever been to the hospital and you've gotten Tylenol, but not the regular Tylenol, they give you that extra Tylenol, the 1500 or the Loratabs, those kind of things. When you're in that kind of pain where you feel like nothing else is working, that's why I keep that around, because there are some instances where when I have something that's just dying and I want to give it that last gasp, especially something that may be in a container that's dying out, I want to try to give it that last gasp, I'll try a little handful of that kind of fertilizer, see if that can bring them back to life. So that's what I use the chemical fertilizer for, on very limited basis. And many times those things go ahead on and die anyway because I've waited too late to try to save them. But that's why I use that. We're gonna talk one more time about our blueberries. You can pick up any one of those other bags back there, that bag or the burpee bag, the other blue bag. Okay. It's actually the same thing in all of them, and it's just a feed and a soil acidifier for basically hydrangeas, blueberries, and it just helps lower the soil pH. Basically that's everything we're using this year. We do have our chicken manure, we got some rabbit manure and some horse manure, but as far as store-bought things, if we had to buy this stuff at full price, we could not afford to buy this stuff, right? So by catching the clearance sales and the deals, we buy them in bulk whenever we find a deal. And we were blessed this year, or last year actually, to get a haul, and we got way more stuff than this. We got a lot of this stuff in these green bags because it was natural and we know we can feed it how we want. Fish fertilizer, we feed, I started already every Saturday, since I've already planted some stuff in the high tunnel. Every Saturday is when I'm going to do my fish fertilizer outside. Right now in the high tunnel, I'm using just the natural all-purpose plant food, that water soluble. Can you pick up that box, Control? Yeah, the box. That's what I'm using in the high tunnel. Basically, I've noticed that the fish and a lot of the animal products are causing me a lot of gnats and things, because I have the walls down on the side of the high tunnel. I'll go back to the fish fertilizer and the other animal products more so when the summertime comes, when I have to keep the sides up at all times. But through the fall and the winter, I'm going to try to stay away from the animal products as far as using the fertilizers. The Epsom salt, I'm going to try that on Wednesdays. So last year my schedule was Saturday fish emulsion, Wednesday Epsom salt for at least the first 2 months. Then after that, I basically let everything kind of fend for itself, and I may do a sporadic fertilizing at that point. Lastly is that azomite. I probably won't buy that again in that box. You can pick that box up. I probably won't buy it again. Can you turn it around? Don't turn it over because it's gonna fall out. Yeah.
Just come to the camera.
All right. And we about to get out here. This is the last thing we're gonna show. So it's just azomite. It's just a trace mineral that you saw us use before, and I got this from John Kohler. I use it. Whether or not it makes or does anything, I don't really know. I haven't really, I guess I don't have enough of it to try. But I won't buy this small box. If I do buy, it's gonna be the 40-pound bag where I can actually put this stuff on heavy, and that way I can tell if I'm getting some difference out of it. So for right now, you can actually get along a good season with just your fish fertilizer and Epsom salt. You don't really need all the other stuff. So all the other stuff is what we're using new this year. Last year, all we had was fish fertilizer and Epsom salt. So we're gonna see this year, and we're hoping for a bigger, better growing season. And thanks, Trell, for helping us out.
Anytime.
Anytime. If Fiona got out of here on us. You wanna get back in the video so we can finish? She says no.
Nope.
All right. So thank y'all for watching.
Lovely girl.
Thank y'all for watching, and we're out. Peace. Subscribe. Hit the like button.
Turn on the
And
post notifications. And comment
of
one of your
course,
favorites.
comment if you're using any of this stuff.
And your favorite one.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace.
Ooh, a pepper with a vampire face.